let's just get right into this because this video I'm pretty pumped about. So if you didn't know, or if you've been living under a rock for the past day or so, if that's just something on your bucket list, the Browns kind of did something, and kind of did something pretty good. So they traded for Jarvis Landry, Demarius Randall, and they traded for Tyrod Taylor as well, all in one day. Now, in my opinion, those are awesome moves. Maybe not the Demarius Randall one. I mean, he's an okay corner, but I think Tyrod Taylor is a pretty decent quarterback, and I think Jarvis Landry is a great receiver. I don't know why people, like a lot of people, really are kind of down on Jarvis Landry. He might not be the best #1 receiver in the NFL, but I still think that he's a #1 receiver. But anyways, so as we know, if you want to do a rebuilding process or rebuilding thing in Madden, the Browns are almost always your best bet, and you're the #1 go-to team to be like, okay, let's bring a franchise from the ground up and make it into a dynasty. So what I'm doing now, I'm not doing a dynasty or rebuilding, but as you can see, these are the updated rosters for the Browns, and they had Danny Shelton, so I just cut him just to make sure. So what I'm gonna do is essentially I'm just gonna do a simulation to see how this new Browns team would do in the current NFL season. So I'm gonna simulate the first couple of weeks just to see how we do, and I'm sure that we will win more than no games like the Browns actually did this year. So let's just go ahead and simulate this first week. So we didn't win the first game, and we lost by 25 points. Now here I will say this, that the Browns still are not a great team even with these moves made. I don't believe that they're gonna end up winning like 10 games or winning the division or even breaking 500, but I just want to see if they would still go winless. Now, in order to make this as good as possible for like this team, I did change the scheme to a balanced offense, since that's typically what I like to run. And then I did change it to a mobile quarterback for Tyrod Taylor, and then a balanced wide receiver for Jarvis Landry, just to give them that little boost in XP, if you didn't know that already. But yeah, so anyways, we're going to simulate to the next week and see how they do then. There it is, guys. The Browns did it. They won a game. They finally did it after 300 and something days of not winning a game. They finally won one, and they beat the Ravens 45-31. That's actually pretty impressive. Let's go check out these stats real quick. So we put up 550 yards. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then look at Tyrod Taylor. Wow. He almost had a perfect passer rating. 370 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, no picks. Wow, that completion percentage is amazing. How did he not get a perfect passer rating? Like, these are incredible passes. Like, passing stats. Okay, you know what? That whatever. I'll take that game any day. Isaiah Crowell, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, pretty good. Hold on. 245 receiving yards. Oh wow. I'm sorry that I'm speechless right now. That's pretty amazing. And 3 touchdowns. Of course we can't forget that. Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. And then Gordon as well had a 100-yard game. We are at week 9 right now. We've played 8 games, and I just checked the records, and we're 5-3 somehow. So adding Tyrod Taylor and Jarvis Landry and Demarius Randall is apparently making this much of a difference. We have won 5 more games than we did all the actual season that the Browns did. Now, I'm pretty shocked because I only thought that we would win about 4 games, and we've won 5 through 8 weeks. So this is turning out really well for the Browns so far. So we're gonna go ahead and simulate to the playoffs now, and see where we are then. As you can see, unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs. We went 8-8 and finished last in the division after being second in the division halfway through the year. But either way, going from an 0-16 team to what the Browns currently have to be an 8-8 would be a huge improvement for the Browns. And just the franchise and the fan base, that would be amazing if they would get 8 wins. I just feel like they haven't even come close to that in a long time. So we're going to check out the stats real quick. Tyrod Taylor, 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and almost 4,000 yards. 64% completed his passes, and those are really good stats. Those would be some of the best stats that a Browns quarterback has had in a decade, maybe. Okay, I'm pretty shocked. The fact that Jarvis Landry didn't break 1,000 yards in the simulation is pretty surprising, and that Josh Gordon did, because wait, is Josh Gordon? He's an 83. Okay, never mind. Josh Gordon is a slot receiver, so that makes sense that he got 1,000 yards. But yeah, I'm surprised that Landry didn't get more yards. So we do have Gordon getting 10 touchdowns, Landry getting 6 touchdowns, and Njoku 4, and then Coleman only got 2. Jeez, okay, that's pretty bad. But anyways, this was a pretty good receiving total for Landry and Gordon and Njoku, because I think a lot of people are kind of excited about that little trio that's going to happen right there. Yeah, so not surprisingly, no one made the MVP. No one even was in the MVP conversation. Coach of the Year, I doubt we weren't in that either. Offensive Player of the Year, Tyrod Taylor is number 8. That's cool. Okay, he did really well. I meant to check out his rushing stats as well, but we're not going to worry about that. Defensive Player, Myles Garrett's up there. Okay. Offensive Rookie, yeah, I don't think they had any rookies on offense. Defensive Rookie, definitely Myles Garrett. Let's see, quarterback, Tyrod Taylor's up there. Running back, Crowell's there. Receiver, okay, yeah, Josh Gordon is in there. Joe Thomas is almost always in the best offensive lineman category. Defensive line, we have Myles Garrett there. Linebacker, Jamie Collins is there. And the defensive back, even Jason McCourty is there. And I don't really care too much about kickers. That is the simulation, and that was basically all I wanted to do, is just see how the Browns would do with their brand new roster after all these big trades compared to what they did last year. And obviously going from 0-16 to 8-8 is a really big step and a really big improvement. And I'm honest, I think at this point we're all done laughing at the Browns. At least I am. And I just kind of want them to do something now, because at this point it's getting a little embarrassing, and I just want them to do well. And I think that with Tyrod Taylor and Jarvis Landry, I think that's going to be a really good connection that people aren't expecting as much. So I think this year, depending on who they draft, if they draft Saquon Barkley, I think that they can actually do pretty well. I don't think they're going to break 500, but even if they win 3 or 4 games, that's still a big step in the right direction. I think they'll be 6-10 this year. I do. I don't know exactly who they're playing, but I'm just thinking off of the roster that they currently have that 6-10, maybe 5-11 is a good estimate right there. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching so much. If you want to watch more of my content, please subscribe, and that would be awesome. This has been Chronicle Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next time.